Lighting welcomes you to our store
at 123 Western Main Road, St. James.
Trinity Lighting carries a wide range of bulbs such as incandescent, halogen, CFL, and LEDs for any application. We are specialized in light bulbs and parts for medical, marine, residential, and commercial use. Contact us today at 868-628-8373. Our professional team is ready to assist you with all your lighting needs.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cutt Live on a Thursday. Last week it was just me, and I have just entered into the room, so I'm going to assume that Ian is waiting on the other side. Normally, we would discuss what we are, or the issue that we are dealing with today, but I think Ian meant to keep me in suspense. And that's quite okay because I know every week we would deal with and resolve an issue on behalf of our membership or people who would approach us for assistance. So, for those who are new to the Citizens Union Cutt Live show on a Thursday, welcome. Every Thursday, we have members of the Citizens Union or persons who would have reached out to the organization come on the program, and we would discuss how we are going about to resolve or intervene in an issue that is impacting the member or the person reaching out to us for assistance. Why the Citizens Union? On my way here, before I came here, I returned a call from a young lady. I'm not going to give her location or her name or anything like that. But this woman reached out to me. She reached out to Philip firstly, and I was speaking with her to see whether it's a matter that we can take on as the Citizens Union, or if it's something that she would have to find other resources or seek other resources to get assistance with. Bottom line is her issue, she had two issues, and the one that I want to mention specifically is that issue of trying to get electricity. And of course, it's not just as simple as getting electricity, because she's explaining to me she's a young mother. It's just her and her son. They live in a very remote area. There is no electricity. And for her own safety, it's something that she wants. And I mean, she's a human being. We would like to have light when we operate and live and move in the nighttime. So the story behind the land, and the story behind why she has not been able to yet get electricity run to her home, to her premises, is that the land is tied up in court with a very well-known one percenter who there is no deed for the land, even though her family has been living on it. So I asked, of course, all the pressing questions. Are you sure you're not just squatting? What is the issue? Why is it that this matter is tied up in court? And from everything she's explaining to me, she seems like another statistic, another one of the underserved community who, if you go amidst these communities, you'd realize that there are lots of issues just like this, where you are, I don't want to say uneducated, but there are some who are uneducated or undereducated, some who have been left behind, who don't know better, who don't have the resources to do better or get better, and who are being taken advantage of by a system that was designed to intentionally take advantage of them. And it's a struggle between the haves and the have-nots. And when you hear her case, it's just a typical case, like I said, of another citizen being taken advantage of, being disregarded, being, what's that word? Because she even described to me that the the people that she are in court with actually came to her premises to take photos of her and her family being harassed, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Again, because you're in a situation where you can't and you don't know better. And we have hundreds of cases like these and others, people reaching out. Someone reached out to me today because there's a landslip in her area. She's going to her MP. I asked the same lady who reached out to me on the electricity connection, have you gone to your MP? That's my first question. And the answer is the MP that can't or doesn't want to do anything, doesn't want to get involved. So people are hitting brick walls and they're turning to us, the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago, to resolve these issues for them. And I'm saying all of that to segue into Ian's portion of what is taking place tonight. I know we have a guest that Ian is going to bring on. So like I said, like you, I'm going to be learning about the matter that we're dealing with. I spoke about 2 tonight that came across my table, but we as the Citizens Union are dealing with countless other matters similar to this and others like we have been unveiling to you over the past 7 episodes. We're now on episode 8. I see it's entitled Rock and Roll. I am ready to rock and roll. So at this point, I would like to bring on the head of our legal team, Mr. Ian Griffith, who is going to introduce our human interest story for you tonight, or the issue we're dealing with as Citizens Union. So Ian, I welcome you on to the program. Do we have an Ian on the program? Looks like we don't have an Ian on the program. So if we don't have an Ian on the program tonight, and I see we're entitled Rock and Roll, I guess I have to segue into a whole new rock and roll. Daryl Nath is the person behind the controls tonight. I'm not sure who he's bringing on because we have business affiliates that are supposed to be a part of the program. Daryl, if you can send me a private message letting me know who's coming on, or if they are already in the waiting room, if you can bring on our first business affiliate, because this portion of the show deals with the affiliate members that we give some airtime and advertising mileage to on this very program that airs on a Tuesday. So if we have anybody in the waiting room, we can bring them on to the program now. What kind of startup show is this tonight, boy? Where's everybody? I'm logged on into the live. I'm seeing that we're running.